Brothers, let's dive into Black God's story, Chapter 2, The Awakening Dusk. The main creator has packed intense and explosive content into this chapter. Watching this video will definitely blow your mind. First, let's quickly review the ending animation of Chapter 2 after clearing the level. A scholar encounters an injured white fox. After helping and bringing it home to care for it, the fox changes into human form the next day. They then start living a happy life together. One day the scholar returns home to find blood at the doorstep. Sensing something wrong, he rushes inside and finds the white fox turned into a demon, eating a person. This was just a nightmare, but upon waking, the scholar realizes that the fox beside him is really a monster. He's forced to kill it, and this turns him into a vengeful spirit. In the short film, the fox's injury wasn't fatal, but it met a noble who caused it to worsen and die. Similarly, a great sage, once trapped under a mountain by 5 divine fingers, met a monk named Tang who freed him. Even in a state of liberation, the sage's ultimate suffering was imprisonment. For the sage who died because of his longing for freedom, wasn't this another form of tragic demise? Whether it's the story of the white fox or the great sage of the past, their actions do not affect fate in any way. Their outcomes are only determined by how they are perceived in the food chain, like lambs waiting to be slaughtered. The white fox can either be a human companion or turn into a demon fox attacking people, while the great sage, despite being a good disciple escorting the monk to India for scriptures, will one day transform into the troublesome heavens canine. Back in the day, a yellow mouse sculpture passed through, helped the army pacify the subcopy disaster, and saved the people from calamity. The king, in gratitude to the sculpture, issued a ban on summer activities, which unexpectedly incited the wrath of the Bodhisattva spirit. The spirit descended once more with heavenly punishment, turning all the people of the Golden Country into rats. Feeling guilty for the suffering of the people despite its good deeds, the yellow mouse sculpture felt deeply conflicted, and thus embarked on a path of indifferent cultivation. Being devoid of the sculpture's protection, once again the Golden Kingdom was locked away by the reboot, causing its people to perish. In the end, it became just like in the storyline. Obviously, in the plot, the Spirit Guardian never mentioned this event. Instead, the burden of the Spirit Guardian was simply placed on the great yellow saint's head. In the second chapter, it seemed to explore human nature's goodness and evil within a single thought, but at a deeper level it expressed predestination and rebellion. In this world, there are gods and Buddhas above, and people live with sorrow below. Whether it's the white fox, the carved rat, or the great yellow saint, they're all known as demons, and demons are at the bottom of the label's hierarchy. No matter how many good deeds they do, it's always assumed they have ulterior motives. Doing one bad deed is seen as their true nature exposed. It's like at the beginning of that puppet show. The animation spent more than half its time depicting the scholar and the white fox's happy life, but just a few seconds of frame were enough to announce the demon fox's death sentence. In the puppet show, the scholar could only decide the white fox's life or death, while the gods and Buddhas in the 3 realms could control any difficulty at will. So, according to the Black God, all the demons in Journey to the West want to cultivate to become Buddhas. Humans don't want to remain human, demons are unwilling to stay demons. Seeking but not getting, they ultimately fail and face setbacks. But Sun Wukong is the only exception. He doesn't think that being a Buddha is inherently prestigious or noble. He even voluntarily asked to resign from his Buddha position. He sees nothing shameful in it and doesn't harm others either. This way of thinking is far more dangerous than Sun Wukong's 72 transformations. Finally, after finishing a whole drawing of the Bodhisattva's footprints, the shadow reappeared. Before listening to him explain, let me give a brief introduction. The official title we gave this short film, it's a one-word title. One word, dragon. Actually, what Linji said is still the same old stuff. The gods and Buddhas want the world to believe the same stuff, but the dark gods want to tell you you're outdated, you didn't listen. Bodhisattvas would also sacrifice to serve the people, and even evil spirits have saved their countries with righteous deeds. Oh, so don't use human, demon, beast or Buddha to define people. The principles of the world aren't just one. Fate is something people find on their own.